say money can't buy happiness? Look at the fucking smile on my face. Emotional damage.
Gang, gang.
Yeah, that's my alumni, you know what I mean?
Target locked. Ready to fire.
Yo, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Morning Market Report. It's Friday the 13th, as the thumbnail shows, and we got some CPI data this morning. You guys need to be aware that CPI data may have looked like it was better, right? But the truth is that it actually wasn't all that great. It was 50-50. It was mixed, and we're seeing some sell-off in the markets. We are getting a little pump in crypto, but I do think we're going to have the afternoon be a sell-off. Before we go any further, let's go ahead and do this. You guys know what time it is. Class is in session, and we're going to break all this down for you today. I appreciate everyone that's joining us here, and as always, brought to you by Chart Prime, the indicator of winners. If you too want to be a winner, check out the link below and get yourself some Chart Prime today. Look, I got a co-host. It's the OC guy. And he's here on, doing this thing every single day with you, straight out of Mexico, straight out of Cozumel. Actually Merida, but hey, we won't split hairs there. But on Fridays, guys, on Fridays we're going to be doing a little something special for you. Fridays is now JR Fridays. What's up, JR? How you doing, man?
Good. How are you guys doing?
I'm good. You had some trade setups yesterday on the Power Hour. If you guys don't know, there's a show right here on the Piper Academy Network for all 11 people that are watching this. There's a show called the Power Hour here on Piper Academy, and on that show, it's JR and BC Port Corp. And yesterday, JR dropped some juicy trade setups. JR, you want to go ahead and just go through those trades right now? We'll drop over to your charts, and we'll let you lead off with the charting today if you're good with that. You good?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we're good. We're up.
You're up.
Nice. Let's go. So yeah, I dropped this long setup yesterday at the Power Hour, like he's saying, on Piper Academy, and it's printed. It printed, hit all TPs, hit full take profit, and now we're getting a little a rejection wick, but it could continue though. But it looks right now, it looks like a rejection wick at previous day high, Monday low. It's reacting. We'll see if it follows through or not. But either way, full TP on that. And I think I didn't drop Solana, but personally I got stopped on a setup. And then we went over, where is it? Sky AI. I was in a Sky AI short. It printed, and I did take profit at just a 1 to 2.8. Not bad though. I'll take it. But I mentioned in the show, the safer entry would be waiting for a sweep of the highs. These highs here. Sweep of the highs, and then a tap of this macro trend line. I got a macro trend line. Remember, I split the difference here. I'm zoomed in a bit, so it's hard to see it all. Yeah, I split the difference. I just kind of cut through these, but because I wanted to catch this tap here in between, just for an extra touch. So it's deviation, tap, deviation, and then tease. But I was waiting for another tap, and we got it finally this morning. So that's cool. That worked out.
Juicy.
Very juicy. Love it when a plan comes together. Shout out to trend lines. So yeah, sweep of highs. It's almost pretty much tapped the trend line, and I'm in the short. See how that plays out. And we got on the oscillator here. We got on the 15-minute. We got triple bear divs. So these triple bear divs is charging up like Goku to give a bear div on larger time frames, probably. Just waiting for it to load. Yeah, no bear div on the half hour yet. Let's check the 1 hour. No bear div there yet. You don't need a bear div. It's just nice to see. There's
Everyone needs bears in their life. That's why I'm here.
Yeah, exactly. The best bear is a pie bear. But see this lower high here coming in? So that could either be a lower high with price action, but if price does another jog up, it could be a bear div. So we might get another little, just a deeper tap on this trend line. That's why my stop loss is quite a ways above it, hoping that I don't get stopped. So it could go up a touch more to give us that bear div. If we have a higher high here, I'll just draw it. Right. Basically, if you go in here somewhere, and then we get a higher high like this, I'll adjust it so it's more pretty. Something like that. If we get a higher high there like that, and then we get a lower high on the prime oscillator, that'd be a confirmed 4-hour bear div. 4-hour divergences, 2 and 4-hour divergences hit harder than 15-minute ones and stuff. So that's always good to look for.
Nice.
And yeah,
Good trades. And you dropped those yesterday on the show. So if you guys are missing Power Hour, you guys are missing some juicy trades. Juicy. OC, how you feeling about the markets today? Or let's talk about what we've seen in the recent past here. Monday is President's Day. We don't have a market open on Monday. So we have a 72-hour, 3-day weekend. And lately, it seems like at market close, we've been getting some type of announcement right before long weekends. Are we going to see that today? Is the market's going to be all pumpy this morning? And then we go into the afternoon, and right at market close, some tweet, some announcement, something, geopolitical, something pops off, and then the whole weekend people are wanting to sell. They're wanting to sell everything, but they can't do it until Tuesday morning. Is that what's going to happen today? What do you think we're going to see on this Friday the 13th? Should everyone be scared? Is Jason coming?
Well, I don't know. Things are looking pumpy at this moment. We are below the dynamic reactor. Full, and I also need to show you a stop loss that I got yesterday night. Right
I tell you
before
what,
going to bed.
I'm going to put it over to your chart, and I'm going to go get my coffee, and I'll be listening to you. So go for it.
Absolutely. So let's get it started. So first of all, we were acknowledging that we have a range V-shaped recovery, and we have that 70% chance of ranging. We did a range, right? We analyzed the range, we analyzed the low portion of the range, and we were waiting for, and we created a short as we drop down below, right? So breakout retest, continuation. We actually entered the second opportunity of the retest for a continuation right down here. Almost no drawdown. We move our stop from here to right there. And finally, yesterday, I was taking some profits, 50% out of that position, and then leaving the other 50% in for the moon back. Another important thing is that I was duplicating my entry. Why? Because I mentioned also yesterday night, if you did not jump in with the short, don't worry. I'm looking for this area down here. What we need to look for, it is this thing starting rolling down, right? Rolling down. And that's what I'm going to be trying to open the short. So that's exactly what I did right here. Look at that. That skill to short the bottom. Look at that. So I cut the very bottom of that candle, man. I shorted, and this is the proof that what happened. So just like we show off our gains and our to the moon trades, it's also important to show what things went wrong. So when you guys look at this, you can see how to handle them. And at this moment, right here, what I did is set my short that was taken here and my stop loss that at that moment, it was, let me just move out of the way here. That was right at the stopping here. So you can see that as soon as this candle crossed, well, I got stopped out. Good thing. That way I did not got trapped in this long, right? Very, very important to learn how to let things go, how to let trades go. So right now, and this is fairly important, we are breaking back inside the main range. What is the main range? We already have it defining here. This is our main range. Usually when we have acceptance back and we close inside that range, we are going to get a follow through to the top and then whatever needs to happen, right? So Piper was mentioning that probably throughout today, we might be seeing that pump, and then probably at the end of the day or throughout the evening or night, we might be seeing a reversal. I do believe, or I feel the same way, because look at that, we are below the zero line. We're still bearish, right? Our money flow is not there yet, right? Our volatility, yes, it's kind of like main range. So I'm not expecting to break anything important, right? And consolidation score is pretty at this moment pretty high, but we are still on a dump. So we are more bearish than bullish overall, which usually tends to create this kind of like bounces up for further continuation, right? Bounces up for further continuation. Very important. We have the bullish scenario right this moment, and you'll see it that we have a low, a higher low. We can already adjust our alert, and I'm gonna leave this alert as is, all right? And I mean adjust our trend line. And I'm gonna leave this alert just in case it starts turning back around, and then we continue, right? So this is gonna be my alert by the next dip right here, and then remember by the next dip right down there, and so forth, and so on and so forth. So far, I do believe that we're going to go higher. We're going to consolidate this range, and then we are going to be taking somewhere around Saturday or Sunday to start seeing some blood on the streets. But we'll see how that goes, and passing it over to you guys.
Sweet. Appreciate that. Let's go ahead and jump in on the news. We got the markets are fighting right now to stay above on TradFi, so we'll take a look at that. Also, going to do a breakdown, deep dive on what to expect on Bitcoin for the weekend, and a whole lot more. So you guys stick around. Let's go ahead and jump over to the news. JR, OC, we'll be right back with you guys. By the way, shout out to everybody in the chat right now. I need to get a chat window set up for when we have 3 people. That's what I need to do. But let's see here. We got Alexander G in the house. Appreciate you being here. JR, of course, he's on the show and in the chat. The Brumblebee is in the house with dropping the blood. Crypto Coin Mindset. What's up, Keith? How you doing today, brother? Appreciate you being here. All sets in here with us. We got Harp. We got Trade Intuition. T.I. Joe, the man, the myth, the legend. Bingo Bango. Appreciate you being here, man. We got Mike Play in here. XYZOZYX in here. Harp's in here. Of course, he made a comment the other day. I told him, I'm going to cut all your strings and you're just going to be a wood frame. But I appreciate you being here, Harp. Always a pleasure, man. Curtis Hill in here with us. 2Dub. We got 2Dub. Drop the 2Dubs in the chat, guys. Wick's wife, Fine 89 in here with us. Of course, she's just Wick's wife with these generic names we got on YouTube lately, but that's okay. We'll just keep rolling with it. Who else we got? I think I saw CJ Taylor. Yep, that's my brother. Clyde's in here. Appreciate you being here, Clyde. Yeah, what kind of name is Clyde, man? We don't hear the name Clyde anymore. It was my grandfather's name, my brother's name. We don't hear Clydes anymore. It's one of those lost names. It's like Esther and Pearl. New Earth Guardian in here first. And of course, Crypto Princess dropping in here. We redirected to her the other day. So shout out to Crypto Princess. Appreciate everyone. Oh, DDT. The DDT is in here also. So let's go ahead and jump in on the news, guys. Take a look at what we're looking at here. First of all, into the Cryptoverse, looking at the metrics from old Ben Cowan. Appreciate the great work that he does over there. Total crypto market cap sitting at $2.33 trillion right now. Trend on this, fair value, that is, sitting at $4.851 trillion. Undervalued currently 51.96%. We did get a little bit of a bounce off of, away from the green line, the lower band on here. So, but I do think we're going to return back to it. Yesterday, guys, we're at 31.4 wristband right now. Yesterday, I dropped in the chat. This thing was down at 2.9. And I said, hey, we're in the lower wristband. That means if you want to go ahead and buy, when you have this opportunity, you might want to take it. I put it in the Discord, tagged out everyone. And I picked up my Bitcoin yesterday at a 5x DCA level. So 5 times my weekly base DCA yesterday. And so, yeah, as far as my Ethereum bot short, it's not looking great right now, but I definitely picked up a great position yesterday on some more Bitcoin at a higher multiplier. at a lower level. So yeah, if you guys were in the Discord, you would have got that notification. And if you got that notification, I hope you acted on it. 5x DCA yesterday looking great there at those lower price levels. How are we looking on the liquidations in the past 24 hours? According to the CoinGlass data, in the past 24 hours, 99,549 traders got liquidated. Total liquidations coming in at $341.39 million. Largest single liquidation order happened on Bybit. It was a Bitcoin trade for even flat $10 million. You know what's not even and flat? The performance level of this damn widget right there. Thank you. Thank you for staying on the screen. Appreciate that. How are we looking on longs versus shorts right now? 49.88% of the market is long. 50.12% of it is short. And I do think we're going to see some liquidations. We're already seeing Bitcoin short liquidations getting wiped out here. I think we need to see some more of the Ethereum shorts get liquidated, and then that will be in line with where we should be at on Sol, also XRP. A lot of these, if they're green, it means longs are getting liquidated. If it's red, it means shorts are getting liquidated. And right now, a lot more of the longs getting liquidated over the past 24 hours. So I think we're a little bit higher, and we'll start to flip that around. How are we looking on the bubbles today? A lot of green. Bitcoin up 1.9% right now. Ethereum is at 3.7. Again, my Ethereum bought short. Hopefully it's picking up better positions. We'll take a look at it here in a minute. Tether right now is, just so you guys know, and I'll talk about it when I show the thing. This short hedge, this short on Ethereum is really a hedge on my DCA, and I'll talk about that ideology, that thought process theory there in a minute. XRP up 1.3%. We got BNB flat right now. Solana is up 3.3%. Tron's up 0.3%. Doge 1.9%. Bitcoin Cash 6%. Cardano is up 2.3% at 27 cents. Leo token down just slightly on the native decentralized exchange, Leo Exchange. Hyperliquid up 2.1%. And Monero at number 15 moving up from number 16 up 1.9%. Chainlink moving up from number 17 to number 16 at 3.5%. Still in the $8 range. Nothing to write home to mom about. Canton Network down 2.7%, losing those 2 spots down to number 17. Stellar Lumens slightly down, moving up 1 spot to the number 18 slot. And then Litecoin up 2.5%, taking that top 20. We still have currently 1, 2, 3, 4 of the top 20. So, 4 of the top 20 here are sitting in the as stable coins. They're not even, the top 20 is getting condensed with a lot of stables. So what do we have here on the fear and greed index, guys? It's at 9. Yesterday, of course, we were at 5. I got a chart I dropped in the Discord. I'm going to show you here in a bit, but it's all of the historical lows of fear and greed and why that 5 was such a shocking level to hit. But right now, extreme fear is still taking effect on the market, sitting at a 9. We did get some CPI data today. Was not as good as you think it was. Breaking January CPI inflation falls to 2.4%, below the expectation of 2.5%. Core inflation, which does not include food and energy, fell to 2.5%, in line with the expectations of a 2.5%, meaning it met it. It was neutral. Core CPI inflation is now at its lowest level since March 2021. Odds of a further interest rate cuts are back on the rise, and actually they're not. Kabisi letter getting this quite wrong right now. Here, you want to talk about some possible geopolitical stuff that can come out this afternoon? Just in, the USS Gerald R. Ford strike group, guys. And the USS Gerald R. Ford is an aircraft carrier, this big, beautiful beast of machinery here with all the aircraft on it. And then this is its strike group. It's all these other ships here. There's radar systems and minesweepers and destroyers and just all kinds of crazy stuff going on with this whole fleet. Ordered to relocate from Venezuela to the Middle East off the Iranian coast. You want to talk about some things that might sink markets? There you go. There's one right there. What else we got? If you guys saw this is for the content creators out there. It's pretty interesting. X is stopping crypto promotions. Honestly, that's good for the space, as most were memes and shit coins being pushed by influencers that have zero utility and just drain people's wallets. Step in the right direction. But now, prohibited industries, financial products, services, or opportunities, including loans, investment services, crypto, buy now, pay later, and other financial related content. I think they're trying to get a wrangle on the shilling scamming stuff that goes on in the market. So not anything to do with content creation, but for promoting that stuff. You can't buy ads on for that shit anymore. Of course, I'm sure that Coinbase will still be fine, but Bitcoin spent most of its bear market trading below the 200-week EMA in previous cycles. We'll take a look at this level. We are right now below that level, and so we are in line. What I said the other day, we might have a shortened bear market, but I still think we have lower. You can see here last cycle, we went well below the 200, but we'll take a look at that on the chart and talk about that level. According to Direct Capital, Bitcoin bear market progress, we're currently sitting at 32% of our way in, with 32% through the bear market as of right now, almost 1/3 of the way. So according to that, we got about 6 more months to go. How are we looking on the TradFi side? It's a good question, OC. Let's go take a look at it. Dow Jones currently up about 0.18% right now. The S&P is up 0.4%, and the NASDAQ up 0.3%. We're all in the green. Even the Russell 2K crushing it, continuing to outperform the markets. It's up 0.8%, and the volatility index down 3%, but sitting well above 17 at 20. Of course, overnight, guys, Europe markets were kind of mixed. Asia markets, I believe, were all red. Yes, all red. Shanghai, Nifty 50, HSI, and the Nikkei, all sitting in the red last night. Oil still sitting above $60, getting a little bit of a pullback. If we do get any news on Iran, this number over there, that oil number, it's going to spike up big time. Prices of oil is going to go up, and you're going to pay more at the pump. I'm sorry. Looking at the precious metals, still don't have a metal riff for you guys. Sorry. Gold up 1.55%, over $5,000 right now. Silver breaking my heart, up 2.2%, but not getting back to that 100. I totally think I may have missed my opportunity to sell that at $100 like I planned on for months. I was on a cruise ship. This is what you get for taking vacations, Piper. Good job, dude. Silver sitting at $77.41. Copper slightly down about 0.5% right now. Platinum and palladium both sitting to the upside, above 2% move there on those. Economic calendar. This is the data that we got this morning, core inflation data. And let's go ahead and break this down. So basically what we got here, see what had happened was, that's how every great story starts. Core inflation rate was good, okay? It was good. It came in better than expected. It was slightly higher, but came in as expected. Great. Was higher, so not good, but came in at consensus. They expected this. Wall Street knew this was coming, right? Core inflation rate year over year was at 2.6%. Came in way better, 2.5%. But still, again, in line with what Wall Street thought would happen. Inflation rate month over month. This includes food and energy. This was at 0.3. Came in at they were expecting 0.3. Came in at 0.2. This is what I think really is pumping the markets. Because food and housing went down. It went down, guys. According to this, I don't know. Are your groceries any cheaper? I went to Costco the other day and spent over $400 because it is the rule of thumb. You cannot go into a Costco and walk out unless you go in there and purposely just buy a $1.50 hot dog, the most deflationary item on the planet, inflationary proof. But if you go into Costco, it just seems like it's a $400 charge automatically right out the gate. And then inflation rate year over year was at 2.7. Thought it would be 2.5. Came in at 2.4. So overall, core inflation rate was worse than what it was before. It went up. Core inflation rate year over year came down. Inflation rate month over month came down. Inflation rate year over year came down quite a bit. But look at the overall CPI, okay? Let's look at this. Overall CPI. What's that look like there? Higher, 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 and higher. And look at the CPI here. Check it out. Last 12 months. Can you go to it? Can you do it? You can do it. Come on. There you go. Higher. So overall, yeah, so some items may have offset this, went higher, went lower, seasonal type shit. But at the end of the day, our inflation is continuing to climb and climb and climb. And I think that's why we have a lot of volatility today, because people are like, oh, the numbers look better than we thought. But at the end of the day, they still are not great numbers. So, then the Kabisi letter said, hey, the odds of a rate cut are back on the table. No, not really. Let's take a look here. 90% chance that we don't get a rate cut in March. Less than 10% chance that we see one. Not really seeing a big change in this. Matter of fact, this was like 17 a couple days ago. So we actually have a lower chance now of a rate cut than what we did a few days ago, meaning that Kabisi letter's comment here of odds of a further interest rate cuts are back on the rise. Not true. So Kabisi letter, even with his little gold check mark there, love the dude. You are wrong on this, sir. Have a good day. Safe haven currencies might not be so safe after a volatile year. Here's how the market is rethinking the Swiss franc, the dollar, and the yen. Pretty much, this is talking about safe haven currency, where people are moving their money to. And it's not really being put into the ones that historically people put the money into. They used to get to the Swiss dollar, the US dollar, and the Japanese dollar. That would be the yen, the franc, and the US dollar. US President Donald Trump reordered global trade with tariffs in 2025, sparking sell America trade, sell off of the US dollar. So there's the declining dollar. The yieldless yen, that we've seen that a lot of stuff going on with the Japanese carry trade, where their currency is going up, but their yield is going, or the yen is going down, but the yield is going up. And so they need to cut that yield to re-strengthen the yen. So yeah, a yieldless yen, which means that the carry trade, the free cheap loan money, not going to be a thing. And then the franc also faltering at all at home in its country. It isn't big, but Switzerland's political stability, low debt, and diversified economy make it a safe haven asset. Over the 2025 period, though, the franc gained about 13% versus the US dollar. It's extended those gains into 2026. So is this going to be the play where money moves to? We're going to have to keep an eye on that Swiss franc, because if we see that money is exiting markets, money is exiting commodities, exiting crypto and all this other stuff, and we can't figure out what's going, take a look at the Swiss franc. So US dollar versus Swiss franc should be a pretty inverted chart. What else we got? Now we'll talk about that if we have time. Screenshot. Here you go. There's a little flashbang for you. That should have scared you. Here's all of the major events in Bitcoin that have happened in the extreme fear levels that was in place at that time. 2012 crash. We were at a 10 extreme fear. Okay. Bitcoin was $7.08 back then, guys. Mount Gox crash. Everyone knows this one. I would hope that Mount Gox crash and people still getting paid back from it. Extreme Fear 9, $421 Bitcoin at that point. 17 to 18 crash. Extreme Fear 11, Bitcoin was at $3,129 there. COVID crash, Extreme Fear 9, Bitcoin was at $3,852. The FTX crash only sent us to a 12, guys. And the FTX crash was a pretty major event. Put us at Extreme Fear 12. Bitcoin was at 15,600. And the 2026 crash, Bitcoin was at $59,948 with a massive Extreme Fear 5. Crazy to think about. This is why yesterday we had that Extreme Fear. I saw some great wristbands and I bought more. We're going to continue to do that. And then lastly, I'll take a look at my trade here. I just picked up another sell order right there. Just picked that one up. So now I'm into another trade. I'm currently down about $22 here on my trade. The thing was up $400 yesterday. I am not going to close this. I'm going to let it ride, because if this continues to go up, I'm making way more than that on my Bitcoin dollar cost average levels anyway. So it's all good. Let's jump back over here to the chat. Any thoughts on any of that news, on the CPI data, the Iran ships moving off the coast of Iran? What else did we talk about? Anything? The safe haven, the spring. OC, are you going to put your money into the Mexican peso as a safe haven? Any thoughts on any of this stuff? What do you got for me, man?
Well, I mean, there's kind of like a way to it, right? And this has been kind of like effing me up, because I get paid on US dollars, right? When I trade not in Mexican pesos, I trade in US dollar. I get paid in US dollar. Everything that I do is in US dollar, right? For me, it's just easier all around the things, right? Every major asset is in US dollar. So, but the point is in here, and I want to talk a little bit about politics, not too much, is what are the intentions of Donald Trump, the current president, right? And I think we have seen the direction where we could be seeing a weaker dollar, but backed up by production, right? Which is not bad. It's just putting money on the American people and not putting money on the stock market. It's just how the money is allocated, right? The perspective in the international world changes. All right. So, long story short, having a weaker dollar might be actually beneficial for the Mexican peso. Even the Mexican peso is just chilling here, right? Just let them do the work. So, and adding to it to a conflict that might actually be start changing the way that we see it. So, not Mexican peso putting my money, but maybe francs I would consider. But I rather take a look at gold, by the way. And we have an open trade on gold, by the way. So this is where we left out. If you guys remember, we did a long position right down here as we were breaking through. That long position got very great. We took some profits in here. We held it. Sorry about that. And then we broke violently all the way down here, right? So as you can see,
That's what
we
happens
went
when you have
right
too
to the
much
support area.
chorizo with your eggs, by the way.
You were saying?
That's what happens when you have too much chorizo with your eggs. Or it's because you put orange juice in your coffee.
Ooh. She don't blame it on the orange juice, man. I would say chorizo. Ooh, guys, if you haven't tasted that, dude, you guys are missing out. All right, so it went right to the important box that tell the wife to buy some gold box, right? And well, we're bouncing from it. I might be saying that despite we're having this violent movement, right? And even if we could be going even lower, I believe at the end of it all, looking like a quote unquote safe haven would be DCA on gold. So if you want to stay on something proven, I would say gold, but again, distribute your assets. That would be my best friendly advice, not financial advice, right? Distribute your assets between the hard assets, stocks, and crypto. That's the smartest thing that you can do. And yeah, I mean, talking about what you mentioned, that's how I related to. So when things are starting to, look a little hairy, we start putting our money on hard assets. And yeah, that's what I got.
And yeah. All right. So that's where you're going to put your money. JR, what about you? I know, look, if you guys don't know, JR works in he installs like hot tubs and stuff like that in Canada, which should be pretty good money because if it's freezing cold outside, there's nothing better than 104 degree Fahrenheit hot tub, right? Like that's a great life. But in the wintertime, they drop down dramatically on installs. Nobody's trying to get an install of a hot tub when it's 6 foot snow outside, right? You, towards the end of your season, you were making more trading than you were from your job. Mind you, the Canadian dollar is not great by any means, but you were still making more money from trades than you were off your job. What's your plan? Even when the market comes back, you start making that extra money. You got your good trade money coming in. You got to put your money anywhere for safe haven, or is it all trading because your trades were outperform anywhere that you would put your money at? What's your thoughts?
Yeah, that's tough. That's gonna be tough. But I'm gonna put some. I already have some. I have some stocks that me and BC talked about in Piper Academy, like the nuclear and different things.
Aklo for the win.
Yep. So I got some stocks, and then yeah, I'm flipping my USDT, and I'd get Bitcoin, gold, and flip the rest probably.
Flip the rest. There you go. Put money to work. You know what? You guys are lazy bums. I'm gonna crack the whip and put you all working harder, and you're gonna make even more of yourself. So, that sounded totally wrong. I'm probably getting canceled for all of that statement. But I'm talking about money, people. Don't run it into. Thank God I've only got 30 viewers right now. Jesus. Listening back on that was a horrible one.
Nowadays they might push your channel for talking like that.
This is true. This is a very true statement. You never know in today's world, man. I'm still looking for OC's background. I can't find it anywhere. It's crazy. You guys know, I had a background built for OC, but we didn't have it set up on this one, and now I can't find it. I'm gonna find it today, OC. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. We are getting a little pullback on Bitcoin though. Let's jump over there, take a look at this Bitcoin chart, and I'll talk about some of the stuff that I was showing that I said I would talk about earlier in the show. Let's go ahead and see here. We are getting a little bit of a wick here going on Bitcoin, pulling back here. Let's go a little bit lower time frame. You'll see it there. There you go. Looks like we got a little swing fail pattern above this previous ranges here, and now might be pulling back. We are on the hourly getting a little bit overbought there. Not really triggering the orange boxes yet, but we're getting pretty high on that. Let me go here and let's see what the multi-time frame indicator is telling us here on the screener. I need to make that a bit bigger. That's what she said. There we go. It's Friday, man. We're just chilling today. Chilling out on Friday. So let's bring this up here a little bit larger. It's the multi-time frame screener. If you guys don't know about this, it's from the Market Oracle Pro series, and you can put in all the things you want to watch on different time frames. So this thing is running from 5 minute, 15 minute, 1 hour, 4 hour, and daily. The only one that's really showing me strength right now, we have a little bit of strength here on the hourly for the multi-time frame dynamic reactor and the volume flex. You can see that they're both green right there in the bottom. But it's the 5 minute and the 15 minute. Wow, I totally put that back to normal size. We'll go forward with it though. The 5 minute and the 15 minutes are the only ones that are really running green across the board. 1 hour, 4 hour, and the daily are still showing dumps on the prophecy indicator. So not seeing too much strength there. What else is there here? The 200 week EMA. So if you guys can see here on this chart, I've got the 52-week exponential simple moving average, the 100-week simple moving average, the 200-week simple moving average. This blue one down here, though, that is going to be, I'm sorry, I have the 100-week EMA, the 200-week EMA, the 52-week SMA, and the 200-week SMA. And that 200-week SMA is the blue one here, right? We tend to touch that every cycle. It's coming in right here at $57,700. But the one that we typically spend time below is this EMA 200, and we're holding on this thing as support. We've wicked below it twice now. I think when this thing falls through, we're going to see a pretty good flush down to the $57,000, $58,000 range. And what I'm referencing there about that time, of that level beneath that, is this chart. There we go. Loading music there. This 200 week here, this 200 week exponential moving average, we spend our time below that, and we did touch it. If we go back and take a look in history on this thing, what happens here when we're in there on it? Again, we're looking at the orange line. Look here how it held all this time, but once we hit it, it hit, wick below, came back, and then we punched through it. A lot like we just recently seen, where we wicked through it, pulled back up. Go back here. We went shot straight through. Let's go lower time frames. Maybe we got a little bounce on it. The weekly though looks like a straight shot through that thing. Come here, you. There we go. Thank you very much. Let's go back and look at this 200 week back in 2021. Way back in the day, we're in the way back machine. There we go. Back. 2021. There we go. Yeah, so we shot through even on the daily and then came back up. It was resistance before we made it back in there. And anything further back than that? Yeah, look at that. Resistance. Hold it. Shot through. Down it goes. So overall, this punch through that we're seeing right now on the 200 and wicking below it, this is very typical. Money flow here on the weekly still coming down, volume getting flat again, oscillator pushing down. I think that we might get a little pump up. If we did, I would look at like $84,000 and then come back down. But as of right now, there's nothing saying that we're seeing anything different than what we normally see, where this 200 week moving average is our support for a test, and then we eventually dump through it and come down even lower. So that's what I'm watching for there. Overall on Bitcoin, Guys, this weekend, you just need to be aware. We do have a long weekend. Monday, there is no market open on Monday, President's Day here in the U.S. I know because my flag is flying out front. I pay $50 a year. Check this out, $50 a year to the Rotary Club. They come out at all of the major holidays and that have to do with Marca, and they put a flag in my front yard. So every like 12 times a year. It's pretty cool. Or maybe it's like 9
Yeah,
times
that's
a year.
cool.
I don't know. $50 a year. And the money goes to the Rotary Club, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, it's out there. That's what reminded me it was President's Day, and I went, shit, are the markets open? No, they're not. Prepare for volatility, and here we are. So very volatile today. You guys got anything for people on the way out? We got about 5 minutes. If you got a chart you want to show, JR, are you watching anything right now for a trade setup?
Yeah, I'm watching something that's helping my trades print. And I went over it this morning, and then I think I went over it on Power Hour too. USDT dominance. I drew this path yesterday. I kind of went a little extreme with it, but it still could go. It still could go this low, you guys. It could go this low, which would give us more pumpage. But it looks like on the 15-minute that it wants to pump now, and it just swept the lows. And yeah, I don't know. My shorts are starting to print, so I took profit on my Solana long. My other longs added to my Solana short. Now my Solana short's in profit, and USDD dominance is bottomed out on the primed RSI. Real low. Look at how low that is compared to all these other times. If we go back in time and compare it, this
I want to
is
go
pretty low.
back in time. There you go, Alexander G. Little music for you.
Exactly. So last time it was this low, was right here. Let's see what happened. Just for curiosity's sake, then maybe we can have a rough idea of what a guy could maybe expect, or a girl. So last time it was the primed RSI was bottomed out that low. On the 15-minute, we did get a juicy little pump, which means the market took a juicy dump. Then the market pumped, juicy dump, pumped, juicy dump.
Juicy.
So that could happen again, you guys. We could get this little bit of joggery up and down, and then up because it's pretty bottomed out. So it's starting to bounce right now. So that means the shorts will print as long as this bounces, and it could reject around here. Oops. Around this previous day low.
So what I just heard is keep my short open. Don't close it. That's what I heard, JR.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah. Keep that bot moving. Awesome.
Yes, sir.
OC, I know you got to head out, but you got anything before the people on the way out, man?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Remember, guys, that we are in the bear market. Be careful with those longs. Remember that the longs are to position yourself for a better short. Always use a stop loss, and remember, bear markets shorts are more beneficial or more profitable than longs at this moment. So when we get at the bottom, which we are not, we're gonna start seeing a long range, and that's when you know that you're getting closer to start bouncing back up. Remember that if you guys have any sort of chart prime, you have the MVP oscillator. Keep an eye on the MVP oscillator monthly, and that will give you the green light for the last or the set of entries at the bottom.
Yes,
But
it
other than
will.
that, doing fantastic.
We're about let's see, 28 days. We're about 15 days away, so 2 weeks away from getting confirmation of a bright green candle. A bright green candle. Yeah, I know. It's going to be amazing. Can't wait. If we get that bright green candle, guys, it's time to engage because it's never failed me yet. So, Reggie Classic said, keep your short open. I'll keep my long. And I'm longing too. What do you think a spot buy is, man? It's a long. You're
I got a long
zero leverage long is what that is. So you got a long open too?
I keep a long and short all the time, and they take turns printing. I love it.
Yeah, and then eventually one of them you cut the sling load, cut the dead weight, and let it rip. Let it rip, man. All right, guys, appreciate you all. Have a great weekend. Tomorrow it's going to be Valentine's Day here in the U.S., the most marketed Hallmark created holiday ever. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy VD to everyone out there. Hearts for everyone in the chat. If you haven't gotten something for your loved one, you might want to do so. I got one for something for my loved one. Gypsy's going to really enjoy her treat. And no, I'm just joking. No, my wife and I will sit around and watch TV together or something tomorrow.
That'd be funny if a shoe came in out of frame and hit you in the head right after you said that.
Love it. OC, have a great weekend, man. Everybody, go out and touch grass this weekend and enjoy yourself. Markets aren't going to do anything except for either get you wrecked if you're too involved. At the end of the week, it's going to be Tuesday and markets will reopen and we'll be back here. We are going to be live Monday, maybe a short show though. So because the markets aren't open, we'll give an update and call it a day. Until next time, guys, trade safe. And as always, peace, love, profits. JR, thanks for joining us. We'll catch you guys later. Out.
That's the rap. Chart stack data never lie. Piper led the mission, OC in the sky. Spaghetti on the screen, but the vision stay prime. Chart prime visual, signals on time. Alumni strong, we built from the grind. Lessons in the market that'll outlive time. Knowledge is profit, you know how we run. Till the next one, stay sharp, get it done. We'll see you at the next one.
What the fuck they're doing?
Morning market report out, 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 out.
Boom shakalaka.
We'll see you at the next one. Morning market report.
They say money can't buy happiness. Look at
see
the
you
fucking
at the
smile
next
on my
one.
face.
Morning market report. Ow.
That was awesome, dude!
Hey, it didn't break. What else you got?